Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Please give this video a thumbs up. Click the bell icon at the top of the page to get notified when I post a new video. Universal Channeling. Channeling the Conscious Universe. Blossom Goodchild, Channeling the Federation of Light, September 20, 2020. Blossom Goodchild. Hello there. This time of the Great Awakening could not be more aptly named. I am awakening to so much more and yet, feel I am merely touching the surface. This time helps us to absorb much, so we are ready for the opening night, so to speak. Is this not so? Federation of Light. We send out to your beings, much love, much joy and much honor, for all that you are, and all that you are accomplishing. Which is much. We would like to elaborate on that if we may. Indeed, this is the time of the Great Awakening. It was known before you came that it would not be the easiest of times. Yet, you chose to volunteer and here you are. The reason you were accepted for this mission, as you know, was because you are the strongest of the strong. You are the ones that were known to be the light of love that could hold your ground, when within the thick of it. You are not quite within the thick of it, yet, it is very close. Yet, you are ready and prepared. This preliminary attack has prepared your soul, which is now ready to rise above all this nonsense. Many of you are able now to float above the dark information and transform it into light, in the knowing that this is all that is necessary at this time. When reveals are shown for what they are, much of your being is strong enough now to hold the light for all those that shall quiver. Literally. In your thoughts and your mind's eye, present yourselves as beacons, as lighthouses for all that are lost, to find you. You do not need to think of what you may or may not say, what you may or may not do, may or may not think. All you need to know and show to yourselves is the vision of your being exuding the most radiant light, that is filled with such empathy, such understanding, such consideration for all those that are very much further back along the same pathway. All that you need to be, you will be. You are already being that which you request. You simply do not choose to recognize it, as you cannot yet see yourselves as that glorious light that you are to present. This time, that you have been seeking, this time that your hearts have been longing for, is here, now. Some may feel that they are still waiting, yet, you are not. It is happening now. Convince yourselves of your greatness. We cannot do it for you. You have to know it, and you have to feel it, and you have to accept it. This is your position, right now. Encourage yourself. Let yourself know and understand that you are not alone. The thoughts and feelings that you are experiencing in these times are unusual for you. You are unsure of your very identity. There is a feeling of despair and hopelessness that then is replaced by knowing. When this knowing decides to remain, nothing shall ever appear to be the same again. You ask many times, how to know this knowing? We have spoken of this. You know its feeling. More and more, as each day dawns, awaken to the knowing that all is as should be. It is happening. We repeat over and over, it is happening, and it is the most exciting thing that has ever taken place upon your planet, and you, yes, you, each one resonating in their hearts and the very inner core of their being with these words, were chosen to be part of the transformation right here and now. You are blessed by the light of the divine. You are the light of the divine within that blessing. Allow no longer the thoughts of disbelief to overtake you. Thoughts of bewilderment of finding truths that shock. Detach and let go, accept and disperse the energy. Then replace with thoughts of the beautiful world that lies in wait of your divine presence. We ask that you do not just read these words yet, you think about them knowing this is your future. Your days ahead of untold love and joy in a place of such spectacular energy. Free energy. Days when your heart sings all the while, for that is what it chooses to do. Days when that which is offered to you as news is only that of uplifting scenarios that continue to allow your souls to renew and rebuild their knowingness of such truths. For so long, dearest ones, you have been kept under wraps. You have endured unspeakable, deplorable misgivings upon all that is life upon your planet, under the guise of that which it is not. Imagine, feel, the freedom when all this has gone. When the world you awaken to each morning, is one that desires the greatest good for all. The highest agenda of well-being for all. Everything that lives shall be given the opportunity to be accepted for who and what it is. Everything and everyone shall have the gift of being themselves, to express the highest form of themselves. Where your days will be filled with expression of self. Where talents and gifts are presented and offered not to earn a living, yet, because one's natural state of giving can uplift and be shared. What is your joy? What is your passion? What would you like to give and receive? Add your part in this divine plan. Start thinking now of how you are to conduct your life in these new times. Fill your thoughts with these pleasures that are to unfold within you, and for you. Create and then feel that which is to be your day. Focus your intentions now on what is to come, rather than invest energy in the exposé of that which has been taking place behind closed doors. We love you. We know that only the best of the brightest future lies ahead, should you so choose it. Blossom Goodchild. Far out. For once I couldn't get a word in edgeways yet, just need to ask what happens to those who don't choose to choose it? Federation of Light. They will follow the path that they do choose. Yet, we are not speaking of remaining in darkness, and continuing to walk that path. We are speaking of the fact that, some may take longer than others to come around to these new ways. Some may choose to leave the planet through their own means, or through their physical body not being able to attend, or want to attend to the shock of that which their awakening presents to them. There is not a right or wrong path, just different time frames within it. Blossom Goodchild. Many have concerns that family members and friends may not choose to walk alongside them. Federation of Light. Many may find that they choose to wait a little for them to catch up, in order for them to be able to do so. No, dearest souls, no one can miss the boat, so to speak. The Rainbow Bridge is all around you. It is not in a certain town or a certain country. It is right in front of you, and when one's eyes have adjusted to the higher vibrations, you shall see it there before you. You shall walk back and forth across this bridge, holding the hands of those whose eyes still have sleep in them, and you shall wash it away with your love and your kindness to all. Blossom Goodchild. Yet, the bridge is metaphorical, isn't it? Federation of Light. Is it? Blossom Goodchild. Is it? Federation of Light. Is it? Blossom Goodchild. We could do this all day, is it? Federation of Light. We can say neither yes or no. For it is, and it isn't. Blossom Goodchild. Thanks for the clarity on that one. Clear as mud. Federation of Light. Perhaps Blossom, here, we should give you the opportunity to speak about it. Blossom Goodchild. Or not. I have had so many visuals through meditations, or when White Cloud, or yourselves have been speaking about crossing over and then coming back and helping others across. Until such time, when the ones we have helped over shall take over that role, as the vibration we left behind is no longer conducive to our well-being and is too uncomfortable to be within, even for a short time. We will no longer feel it necessary, for our part will have been played, and then passed on. In my head, that is such a beautiful vision, a rainbow bridge of light of such exquisite beauty, as yet unknown to my physical eyes. Yes. I see it there, in a place/vibration that I don't know. Yes, metaphorical, and yet, an odd feeling as I write, that I shall one day actually see it. Maybe because all of us that know it to be, create it into reality. Federation of Light. Well expressed, and yet, we say, you shall see it in the reality of your consciousness, which is your reality. So, you shall indeed experience the walking over of this bridge, yet, in a new way of consciousness, because your level of your knowing will allow you to do so. Yet, not until this takes place, shall you know exactly what we are speaking of. Dearest ones, feel our love and excitement. For so long, has everything awaited this time that you are now in. Hold fast in your knowing of this truth, which will undoubtedly see you through the very turbulent days ahead of you. Yet, know that the stormy waters that shall rise to such a swell, shall reach their peak, and the storm shall pass, and lead you into the uncharted waters of your new life. Such joy, that you have not yet experienced, shall be within your hearts, and laughter shall ring out throughout the land. Blossom Goodchild, and they all lived happily ever after. Federation of Light. And so it is. Blossom Goodchild. And so it is, indeed. In gratitude. In loving service. I am. Website, blossomgoodchild.com.